Hi everybody and welcome to the Toy Wrestling Federation. I'm Jim Ross alongside with Jonathan Coachman here. And today we're going to talk about what happened We're going to talk about what happened on Explosion on Saturday. We have a new TWF World Heavyweight Champion. His name is John Cena again. Now I understand that the Chief Operating Officer of the Toy Wrestling Federation, Divatox, had turned heel and tried to help Aries win the belt, and John Cena had somehow convinced Aries to put the belt on the line, so sorry for that burp. That's how John Cena ended up winning it. Well, you're right about that, Jim Ross. You understand that that's how the belt changed. That's how Aries went from being the one-time TWF World Heavyweight Champion to three-time World Heavyweight Champion all in one night. And I wonder if Divatox, the general manager of the Divatox, the chief the chief brand officer of the Toy Wrestling Federation, will explain her actions. And what will Commissioner Ernest P. Worrell and the lieutenant and the director of wrestling operations, Pee Wee Herman, and Xena, the general manager, and Gabrielle, the executive administrator, do about it?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money.
Oh boy.
Here comes the money. Money.
Well, that's Shane Kamicki. We haven't seen them since maybe around June or so. I think it's around August last time we seen them. Remember, both Vince Kamicki and Shane Kamicki are still on the board of directors of the Toy Wrestling Federation. They still have controlling interest, even though their ownership was sold to Astronema and Ecliptor around sometime this year anyway, around sometime last year anyway. Oh, I think you're all surprised to see us again. I know you're all under the impression that sometime around September of last year, that the ownership changed hands, and you thought that, it was Astronema, or what do you want to call her, Corone, and Ecliptor were in charge. Well, that is true. They are the two principal owners now. But me and my father are still members of the board of directors and still have controlling interest in that as well. I come here today to fix up an injustice that happened. You see, way back, going back around June and July, maybe even August, me and my father, we tried to fix up some injustices that were going on around here. And one of the first injustices going around here was somehow the asshole John Cena somehow managed to get himself to trick Aries into naming himself the number one, giving himself a return match. Now, whose fault do I blame? Who do I blame for those problems? Well, basically the person you could actually jam blame on, if you want to go around and put blame on anybody, if you wanted to, would be, you could blame the commissioner of the Toy Wrestling Federation, Ernest P. Worrell. Hell, you could also blame the director of wrestling operations, Pee Wee Herman. You could put double the blame. If you wanted to put the blame on the general manager of the Toy Wrestling Federation, Xena, and on the director of and on the executive administrator, Gabrielle, I could lay blame on all of those people. Okay? It's all basically their fault. And apparently, and the only person that knows whose fault it really is, that's whose fault it really is. But I don't think any of them are actually going to willing to admit they made any mistakes. But at least one out of all those people, not Aladdin, the chief executive officer, not Princess Jasmine, the chief operating officer, not the executive vice president of talent relations, Feather Long, not the executive vice president of creative, Eric Bischoff, and not the executive vice president of talent reductions, Hulk Hogan, and certainly not the executive vice president of human services, Godzilla. None of them actually tried to fix this horrible injustice. But the chief brand officer of the Toy Wrestling Federation, Divatox, tried to fix the injustice that was going on. And what did she get for it? Well, what did she get for it? Beat up by the Shield, mocked by John Cena. Well, I'm starting to think that here's the idea, Divatox says. Now tell me if you like the idea, Shane. I am the only one that's actually trying to fix the injustices here. We have an incompetent general manager, Xena Poplis, incompetent executive administrator in Gabrielle Kustin. We have a really fucked up commissioner in Ernest P. Worrell, and basically almost a mentally retarded director of wrestling operations, Pee Wee Herman, to let such of these things happen. Yeah, I guess I really could I could bring them out here, and we could personally fire them. But I ain't doing that, because that's not my main reason. How are we going to fix the injustice is not. You see, what my father taught me a long time ago, and probably also what Astronomony Clipper taught me, was you can always name new administrators, but injustices can never be fixed unless you take a hand in it. So today, I'm going to challenge John Cena for the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. You are? Yes, I am. So, John Cena, I want you to come out, because you're going to face me. Yeah, bring him. You can come out. We can have our little dumb fight. You know, that dumb little pathetic fight of yours that probably won't accomplish it. We're gonna have our wrestling match, and I'm gonna beat you. Yeah, that would be great. It would be great, Divatox says. It would be wonderful to watch somebody of your caliber wrestle for a belt that we all know only somebody your caliber can actually, can actually wrestle for. Yeah. So why don't you just do us all a favor, John Cena, and come on here and you can say everybody's agreed. Well, John Cena apparently has been called out here, folks. Will the TWF World Heavyweight Champion answer this call out? John Cena's probably never been able to, back down from any challenge thrown at him. I was getting flooding in here for some stupid reason. I got both windows open too. additional consideration paid for by the hauling.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's a franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. Forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked back, plus I can't turn this well off. Franchise doing big.
Oh, ain't this something? One of the members of the board of directors, Shane Kamicki, showed up. And he ran me down badly and said that I was an injustice in the Toy Wrestling Federation. Well, we know who the hypocrite is. Your whole career, Shane Kamicki, from 2000 going all the way to at least your whole career from 2000 AD all the way to 2013 AD has been multiple injustices you committed, multiple abuse of your power over the years, and you're saying I'm bad as you. Then you go out and you lay the blame on Commissioner Ernest P. Worrell, Director of Wrestling Operations Pee Wee Herman, Commissioner General Manager Zena, and Executive Administrator Gabrielle, and saying it was their fault. Okay, you abused your power a lot in the past. I want to tell you something right now, Shane Kamicki says. I'm going to win that belt from you. And you know who's going to referee the match? I am, Diva Talk says. Well, so let's bring it on. Ding-ding-ding. Apparently this is going to be for the heavyweight championship. John Cena right now. Hip tossing Shane Kamicki. Oh! Diva Talk's to slow blow them. What was that? Oh! That was a DDT. How did Okay, that's just... doesn't explain anything. This match has no disqualifications now, Diva Talk says. No disqualifications, right? Oh, I can't believe this. Is he going to do it? Oh! John Cena got Shane Kamicki up. Attitude adjustment. Diva Talk has got the belt. Wham! Uh-oh. Shane Kamicki on top of him. 1, 2, 3. What the? Oh my god, no. No! Here is your winner, and the new TWF World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Kamicki. Don't tell me that Shane Kamicki is now the new Pro Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion.
Here comes the money.
Ching, bling, bling, what's the chatter? You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, bling, bling,
I can't believe it. Shane Kamicki is now the new Pro Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion. With Diva Talk now in the industry of the match.
Puerto Rico, testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you pocket. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you want that,
oh yeah.
your honey.
How are we going to explain this
brand new
one?
money. Make you make your moves, man, ain't a damn
What is around in the flip door
They see the
and Aladdin, Princess Jasmine, and Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan and Peter Long, and Ernest P. Worrell, Pee Wee Herman, and Zena and Gabrielle are going to do about this one? I don't think there's anything they can do.
Now what my wrist and be filthy pots with the retirement fund, I can't tell till I'm 60. So what am I supposed to do? Roll and do. Steady patting them pockets, sell I'm stacking a hole and do. Ching, ching, bling, bling, catching cash and lump. It's a go get a jacket, I'm selling them out my trunk. Whenever, whatever, it takes to shake down $1. Also in that direction, wait a minute, holla, holla. All wants to know where they go, where they went. And I'm making Marshall money, smelling just like a mint.
And the music is still playing right now. Well, John Cena's been laid out. Shane Kamicki is now the new Toy Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion and World Heavyweight Champion. And now the commissioner of the Toy Wrestling Federation, Ernest P. Worrell, has come out, along with Pee Wee Herman, the director of wrestling operations, and John Cena has just been back up to his feet. You saw what happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Tell you the truth, I don't know. John Cena in trouble. It's got now. No, he's not happy. He ain't happy with what's happened. And now the general manager, Zena's in the ring now. Well, I don't know. Apparently gravity won't help her stay on her feet. Stay on your feet. And now the executive administrator, Gabrielle's out here now too. And look, Ernest P. Worrell says, we're really sorry about what happened. But all we can possibly do at the moment is probably grant you a return match for the TWF World Heavyweight Championship, Pee Wee Herman says. Yeah, Ernest P. Worrell says, we can grant you that return match against Shane Kamicki. Since Shane Kamicki is the TWF World Heavyweight Champion, he has the obligation to give the return match to the person he has defeated, being you. And Zena said he has the gall to say that I'm incompetent. He has the gall to say that I don't know what I'm doing. Well, Shane Kamicki, you think I don't know what I'm doing? The next time you and John Cena fight, we're going to take the World Heavyweight Championship and we're going to put it up in a ladder match. Let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. I'm not that stupid, Gabrielle said. I know what I'm doing. John Cena said, I'm going to go after Shane Kamicki. Seriously, I'm going to go after him. Thank you guys, but I'm going after him. Where is he at? I'm going to find you, Shane Kamicki. I'm going to find you. But we all know that Diva Talks, the chief brand officer, are gone at the moment. John Cena's after a run. We got a return match for the TWF World Heavyweight Championship. And now Shane Kamicki's come back in the ring. Well, I just got that idiot, John Cena. He ran out of the building and I locked the doors on him. Try getting back inside, John Cena. So, Zena, Gabrielle, Ernest P. Worrell, Pee Wee Herman. May I say, some of the most incompetent administrators we have ever had at the middle management level, at the lower and middle management level. I don't even know why the hell we actually thought this would work. You're going around, Ernest P. Worrell, giving John Cena a return match when he doesn't deserve it. Then, Pee Wee Herman, you're running your mouth about how I have some shitty-ass obligation to defend the TWF World Heavyweight Championship against that nutcase. And then, Cena, you make it a ladder match? What were you freaking thinking? And Gabrielle, I don't want to know what the hell you were thinking. Well, I know one person who can definitely do all the jobs better. Now, I talked with Diva Talks, and she agreed with me. I also talked with everybody else, and they agreed how very incompetent each and every one of you are. Now, there's a word that everyone has heard all the time in the Toy Wrestling Federation. Hell, as far as the commissioner's office is concerned, and as far as the director of wrestling operations office is concerned, and as far as the general manager office and the executive administrator's office is concerned, I have two words for you that you all three will hear from me, and after I order these words, you will be gone, and somebody else who is more competent will handle those positions. Ernest P. Worrell, Pee Wee Herman, Zena, Gabrielle, you ain't gonna do anything, John Cena says. Well, what are you gonna do? Were you gonna fire Zena and Gabrielle and Ernest P. Worrell and Pee Wee Herman? And were you gonna replace them with that ass bitch Diva Talks? Is that what it was, Shane? Is that what you're gonna do? Were you going to replace them with Diva Talks? Is that what you were going to do, huh? Well, let me tell you something. That is not going to happen. No way, shape, or form are you going to be firing anybody. I'm going to get my return match against you. And when that happens, you are going to wish you never crossed paths with me. John, we've been going for 23 fucking minutes. So, if you're going to do something, do something. John Cena, your attitude adjustment. And we'll see you tomorrow for main event.